Hi, this is Brad Landers of AlpinVia, and I'd like to give you a quick tour of the Darien EMS member website. The Darien Emergency Medical Services Organization is located in Darien, Connecticut, and is known around town as Post53. Post53 is a unique organization. It's the only EMS service in the U.S. that's completely staffed and operated by high school students, and it has some unique requirements. These include a relatively large user base and a very heavy emphasis on training, feedback, performance reviews, and general communication. This application is their communication and process support hub and supports all of their day-to-day operations. There are two online versions of the site, a production version and a test version, but for this demonstration, I'll be using a version that's running on my laptop. The site is a Ruby on Rails application. It runs on the Heroku cloud service, which in turn is built on top of the Amazon.com global infrastructure. Amazon has one of the largest and most robust web service platforms in the world, and therefore makes a great hosting choice. A variety of other cloud-based services are used as well, for things like storage, usage monitoring, performance monitoring, email management, and so forth. So let's log in and take a look at the site. Here is the login screen. The site uses standard techniques to perform user authentication and to create a login session. On logging in, we see a typical page. This page is called the dashboard and is the first page the user sees, but all pages have a similar layout. The design goal was to produce a clean, professional, and consistent look and feel, so we've been restrained in our use of color, imagery, and typography. This is a navigation bar that is common to most pages. And above it are some important external links and a link to something called My Page, which I'll come back to in a minute. So on the dashboard itself, you see several information blocks. This first one is a notice board for general notices. Beside it is another notice board, but for the president's use. This block would show me any support tickets assigned to me and waiting for me to close. And the last block shows me upcoming meetings and allows me to submit a conflict if I can't attend. This next page is called the Communication Center. It's an important feature and allows members to send emails and text messages to each other. The to list can be created by selecting individuals, or distribution lists, or any combination. Recipients can be previewed first before sending. All emails are transmitted out through a service called SendGrid, which allows them to be tracked. This next page handles all calendar functions. Meetings and events can be scheduled. Members can submit conflicts. Agenda and minutes documents can be created and attached. Attendance can be taken. And when done, minutes can be emailed and attendance reviewed. This page is the radio room console, which is kept open by whoever is manning the radio room. CADs, or computer-aided dispatches, are issued by the Darien Police Department and are received and stored by the application. These are then retransmitted to members by email or text message. The console shows the last three CADs. Through this console, the radio roomie can also work through their nightly checklist and complete dispatch forms. The radio equipment inventory can also be managed through this page. An important feature of the site is the Resource Center. The Resource Center is a storage repository in the cloud for documents and other files. It is actually an interface to the Amazon S3 storage service that has been customized for Post. It consists of a virtual file drawer for each office. These are owned by the office holders, who can create folders in the drawer and assign whatever access controls they want to them. Files can then be uploaded to these folders and will be accessible for download as appropriate. And finally, let me demonstrate the feature called My Page. Most of the management of this site is controlled through a system of permissions. My Page is the place to go for members to access the functions that they have permissions for. These are arranged by tabs, and you can only see what you have access to. As an admin, I can see all of them. This is also where members can manage their personal profiles. But some fields require personnel permission to update. And there are many other tabs containing controlled and specialized functions. As you can see, the site is quite extensive and feature-rich. This has been just a sampling to get a sense of its scope. I've really enjoyed working on this project. I've had the pleasure of working with many bright and motivated students, as well as many caring and talented adult advisors. There have been many interesting problems to solve, and I've learned some very useful techniques as a result. If you have any questions, I'd be pleased to take them through email at bwl@alpinvia.com. Thanks for watching.